I'm recording this in real time so everyone can see how crazy I look. Worst flight experience of my life.
Hey guys! Okay, not to be dramatic, but this was hands down the worst travel experience of my life because of the way back home. Now, the entire time we were in Guadalajara, it was amazing, just great family time, getting to watch the Mexico World Cup match. It was a dream come true, seriously. We even got to go to Tequila, which is a little town there outside of Guadalajara, and had a great time stopping at Cantaritos del Güero. Like, you have to go there. We got to get some elote. Overall, just a really amazing experience. So if you're going to travel to Guadalajara or you're thinking about it, this is your sign to go. I made some other videos of what all you have to do when you're in Guadalajara, so go check those out. But overall, the trip there was fantastic. We had a great time. The Airbnb was awesome. The game was awesome. Like, just really good times. We went to a lucha libre match, and it was just so much fun to be there and experience that, since that's such a large part of our culture. Now, after having all that fun together as a family, who was to know that things were going to take a turn for the worst? So we head out of our Airbnb about 4-ish to 5-ish hours early because my father's flight was ahead of ours. So we all wanted to travel together to the airport, and our plan was to just wait there until our flight. So we got to the airport. We did not have a checked bag. We were able to get through TSA fairly smoothly. Everything was going so well for the family. Literally, as we were going past TSA, we just kept thinking about how great the trip was, talking about it out loud, that we just couldn't believe we did this together as a family and had such a great experience. We ended up even getting breakfast with my dad, and then being able to see him off to his gate as he boarded his flight and was able to get on his flight and be on his way to get back to the States. After he got on his flight, Dion and I sat around in the airport and thought, okay, we have a little bit of a wait, but hey, we know our flight is on its way and we'll be back home in no time, right? As we were sitting there in the airport together, we started to get flooded with messages about our flight being delayed, and it just kept getting more and more delayed as the time went on. It seemed to just be getting worse and worse, with the flight actually being delayed a full 8 hours and 28 minutes. It was horrendous.
Flight 2141 back to Houston. The aircraft is already finished
So at this point, we already knew that we were flying into Houston so late that we wouldn't make it to our connection. The connection actually had already taken off, and there was no next flight to us because no other flights were going to Houston to Columbus. So I sat on the flight, watched my comfort movie, and just waited to get to Houston, where we were told we were going to get our flight covered and meal vouchers, but honestly, I just wanted to get home. I did enjoy the Whataburger, but it was so hard to enjoy it when even Dion's food never arrived to the hotel. So all around, very negative time in Houston for us. The next morning, we woke up at the hotel and we unfortunately didn't hear the alarm go off. So we sprinted to the airport as quick as we could. Thank God we had no checked bags because Houston Airport is always so chaotic, but we were able to get to our gate.
I'm recording this in real time so everyone can see how crazy I look. Worst flight experience of my life.
Now, aside from us sleeping, past our alarm, the rest of it was completely out of our control, which I think is why this hit so different for me. I really hated this whole experience because it was someone else United Airlines doing this to me at the end of our trip, and I just absolutely hated it. But thank God, at the end of it all, we did get a flight voucher of $250 each, so we'll fly again, but hopefully it'll be better.